What's happening, SEC family? It's TJ, LSU Dad. Welcome to an extended version of that is SEC news to me. May have to do this in part 1 and part 2 because I got a lot. I got a lot. Oh, it was rough. Oh, it was rough. It was bloody. But we did have we had a lot of bright spots that I want to go ahead on and shine on the bright spots, man, at the top of the show. And one of those bright spots was Alabama. Wow. Alabama looked absolutely awesome. They looked absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I didn't think that you guys could top the performance of last year, but this team this year, I know it's still early, but this team looked amazing. And you know, it's old news at this point. We know what the score was, but there were certain things during that game that I didn't see coming, and that's a compliment to Lane Kiffin, because I thought I pretty much had him figured out, but I didn't think they would go to the freshman as quickly as they did. I knew he wouldn't start, but I didn't think they would go to him as quickly as they did. But when you have a coach like the honorable Nick Saban, who can make a decision, right? Who don't care about egos and feelings and emotions. He just makes the best decisions for Alabama football. You get to see the debut of a kid named Hurts on primetime television in front of the whole world. And we got a chance to see what you guys have the opportunity to see every day in practice. That the kid, as a true freshman, is far advanced than some of the quarterbacks that's been starting in college football for the past 3 or 4 years as a true freshman. Nick Saban could, in fact, have the best quarterback he has ever had in the history of his life coaching. Alabama looks really good. And I know it's early, but I just wanted to pause and compliment off top, Alabama coaching staff and their team on an awesome display on Saturday. Next up on my list, Texas A&M. That's right. Texas A&M looked good. Yeah, it got close in the end, but I watched the game. And there were some areas of improvements despite what you witnessed towards the tail end, right? Their defense, their pass rush is what it is. It's a pass rush. If you passing the ball, their D-line is rushing you, And I want to compliment and give a congrats to Texas A&M fans. Yeah, your team improved. They really did. That was a game that Texas A&M last year would have tucked it up and just let the team come back and beat them. But they didn't. They fought. Those receivers are deadly. I even saw an improvement in stopping the run. You look at quarters 1, 2, and 3, right? I guess before they got winded, they were right there. Gap assignments were read to perfection. Linebackers active all over the place, not just counting on the D-line to do it. So Texas A&M, congratulations, man. Awesome win. Next up is Tennessee Volunteers. Tennessee, I did a video, but really, I wanted to offer you an apology. I wanted to offer my heartfelt apology to Tennessee, right? After I got humbled, and I do these things in sequences, right? And your team found a way to win. That was a good App State team, It didn't take us long to realize just how good App State was. And for Tennessee to still pull it off, when you're winning, you can fix everything else. Anything that was an issue during the course of that game, those are things that could be fixed. But you guys, you got the win, which was most important, and that shows the character of the team. So if I came off highly critical, which I was, Tennessee, please accept my apology. I was expecting, coming off of last year, I was expecting the high power, right? And it wasn't there only because of the level of competition and the opponent. And on any given Saturday, anybody could beat anybody. That's why they line up. And when faced with someone who was determined to beat you, you beat them. So Tennessee, awesome job. Accept my apology and go Vols. Next up on the extended version of that SEC news to me, Ole Miss. That's right, Ole Miss. This was a game that you guys already know. I went with Ole Miss with that. I put the turkey neck out there. I put my neck out there like a turkey, and I feel really good about doing that. I really do. I don't have any regrets about picking Ole Miss because I had the offensive side of this thing right. Okay. I said Ole Miss, this score would be 35-14. I called it. I said 35-14. Wasn't counting on the defensive collapse that took place in the second half. But I knew Kelly can put up 35 points on anybody, right? Final score was 45-34, right? And 34 points, 34 points is enough to win. Okay, that's enough to win anywhere, anytime. And Ole Miss just has to get this issue with the defense fixed. Yes, they did run up against another superstar, right? That the Francois at Florida State is a redshirt freshman, right? Last time he played was at IMG Academy. I've been checking the kid out for some time. He was the real deal. Didn't think that he would outscore Kelly, but hey, it is what it is. Congratulations to Florida State Seminoles. Did not think they would come back, right? And if they line up again, I'm still going with Ole Miss. I'm still going with Ole Miss. I'll still pick Ole Miss again because I believe that Coach Hugh Freeze will fix this issue with their defense. So, hey, Ole Miss fans, chill out, all right? Chill out. This is not a Cam Cameron LSU situation. You scored 34 points, okay? My team didn't have a first down in the first half of football. So, hey, relax. Coach Hugh Freeze will get it fixed. Next up on my list is Georgia. Man, that's a mean running game. Congratulations to Coach Kirby Smart on his first win. Yeah, Georgia looked good, man. Georgia looked good. Had some swapping out going on with the QB situations, but hey, he learned from the best. Quarterback struggling, you find a way to win the game. That's what's important. Not that you you try to have some experiment out there in the middle of the field, costing the whole team the game. So I like Coach Kirby Smart's strategy. I love Chubb running the ball. Oh my God, Chubb running like he looked better Saturday than he looked before he got hurt. Whatever magic they worked, I'm serious. That leg it's bionic, man. Because that kid, he ran. I mean, my goodness, he ran. And it was a joy to watch Georgia get on the board. It was a game that I originally had it was going to be a close one anyway. It lived up to it. So congratulations, Georgia Bulldogs, on the start of the Kirby Smart era. Looked a lot like Bama too. Next, I want to go to perhaps the smartest team in the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Arkansas Razorbacks, they understood that sometimes you need to allow, you need to have an opponent that would allow you to work out some of the little kinks and things that need to be tweaked out. And Arkansas did just that. They took on a very good La Tech team, right? Not as difficult as a lot of opponents' first games that we witnessed, but La Tech still brought it. La Tech still gave them all that they can handle. But Arkansas found a way to win, and that's what I like about it. I've said it 5 or 6 times. Every team is going to look bad on the first game, right? A lot of teams are going to struggle on the first game. So, Hogs, you have offense, you have defense, you have a good coach, and I think you're going to have a great season. Congratulations on the win. Next up on SEC news to me, all right, this ain't news either. Everybody know what happened. When Mississippi State lost to South Alabama, this is probably perhaps the most shocking game of the day, Saturday. Yeah, we know what happened with LSU, but Mississippi State was predicted to win that game. It was a 97% likelihood of Mississippi State winning that game. It's just the 3% went to South Alabama, right? And Mississippi State fans, y'all have every reason to feel the way you feel this morning, right? When we go through these off seasons and we go through all of this hype and all of these hype videos and who's going to do what and the recruits and all of this stuff that the PR department feeds us from these schools, and then you get there and you lose to South Alabama. Trust me, Mississippi State, I understand how you feel this morning, and you have every right to feel that way. Last but not least, LSU, my Tigers, right? My LSU Tigers. We dropped to Wisconsin, right? I done posted 4 videos prior to this one, right? So the only thing new that I would add to this is
congratulations to the Wisconsin team that played awfully well. In the first half, we had not a third down conversion on offense. I'm going to have to see the film.
You don't have to look at no film to see that we can't pass the ball. Any coach that needs to look at film after being on the sideline, after having the best view, he had the best view.
I'm really going to have to see, really what you're talking about specifically. So, I know that there were some, quality performances. I don't know exactly what came off the backside and where it was at, and so I'm gonna have to see it more in depth.
You don't have to look at no film to see that we can't pass the ball. Any coach that needs to look at film after being on the sideline, after having the best view, he had the best view.
we need to fire Les Miles. We need to fire him this morning. We need to fire him before the bacon finish frying in the skillet. We need to fire Les Miles. Okay? Hey, free hugs. Free hugs. TJ, LSU dad.